Today, on 9th of May, humanity is celebrating its victory over Nazi Germany. On this day, 79 years ago, the most devastating war in history came to an end. Azerbaijanis made a huge contribution to victory. On 22nd of June 1941, the military political leadership of Nazi Germany began to implement Operation Barbarossa, invading the Soviet Union. Millions of Soviet citizens responding to the call to defend their motherland, which was subjected to a treacherous attack on Sunday morning, turned to military registration and enlistment offices. Azerbaijanis occupied one of the first places among the peoples whose representatives, without hesitation, took up arms against the aggressor. It's interesting and noteworthy that Azerbaijan, as in the First World War, occupied a special place in the plans of Germany, this time not the Kaisers, but Hitler's. The most important wealth of Azerbaijan, which the leader of Nazi Germany, Hitler, and the rest of the military political leadership of this country were longing for, was oil. In addition, new contenders for world domination were also attracted by the favorable strategic location of Azerbaijan between East and West, and by the wealth of our country. In accordance with the so-called Caucasus Management Plan, which was developed by the head of the Foreign Policy Department of the National Socialist Workers' Party of Germany, Alfred Rosenberg, after the conquest of the Caucasus, a military political department was to be created in Azerbaijan for the first time. It was supposed to be subordinate to the Caucasian Reich Commissariat, with headquarters in Tbilisi. Then it was planned to create a Great Turkestan state that would be a vassal of Germany. Azerbaijan was supposed to be part of that state. Back in March 1941, Hitler gave instructions to transfer oil production, refining and transportation to the Continental Petroleum Society after the occupation of Baku. Accurate maps and plans of the most important Baku and Absheron industrial and defense facilities were prepared. In accordance with Hitler's order, not a single bomb was to fall on the city of Baku. Well, certainly not for humanitarian reasons. A plan for the conquest of the Caucasus, called Edelweiss, was adopted. According to it, Baku was to be taken on 25th of September 1942. What confidence in your imminent victory! 700,000 Azerbaijanis took part in World War II. From the first days of the war, over 40,000 volunteers, including girls, turned to military registration and enlistment officers of the Republic, asking to be sent to the front. During the entire war, the 402nd, 223rd, 116th and 271st Divisions were formed in Azerbaijan. Participants in the hostilities, originally from Azerbaijan, showed unparalleled courage in the fight against the world evil, against fascism and the enemy who attacked their common homeland. Thus, 44 Azerbaijanis died heroically while defending Brest Fortress. In December 1941, Israfil Mammadov, having shown personal courage in the battle for the village of Pustinka near Novgorod, was the first one of the Azerbaijanis to have been awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union. Azi Aslanov, who commanded the tank battalion, was awarded the Red Star Medal for his courage and organizational skills shown in the Battle of Moscow. Machine gun Idris Veliev destroyed more than 50 enemy soldiers in a battle on the Borodino field. Pilot Hussein Bala Aliyev shot down 6 Luftwaffe planes in the sky over Leningrad. Dying from his wounds, Aliyev, however, managed to land his plane. The 402nd, 416th and 223rd Azerbaijani divisions fought in the Mozdok region. In the vicinity of this North Caucasian city, the 402nd Division cleared 10 settlements from the enemy. Having lost an impressive number of their soldiers, the surviving soldiers of the 402nd Division were transferred to the 416th Division. The 77th Azerbaijani Division took part in the liberation of Kerch, Rostov and Stavropol. Gafur Mammadov, who took part in the Battle of Tuapse, was posthumously awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union. The 223rd Division was awarded the title Belgrade for its participation in the liberation of Yugoslavia from the invaders. Soldiers of the 271st Division played an active role in the liberation of Poland and Czechoslovakia. It was in this division that historian Zia Bunyadov served. Along with 20 other Azerbaijanis, he was awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union. In the winter of 1942, in the Battle of Stalingrad, the tank regiment of Lieutenant Colonel Hazi Aslanov showed heroism. In December of the same year, Aslanov was awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union for his courage and bravery. For the courage and heroism shown in the battle for the liberation of the city of Taganrog, the 416th Division received their honorary title Taganrog. In addition, for heroism, the 217th Division received the title Gorlovskaya, and the 77th Division the title Simferopol. The 416th and 77th Divisions were additionally awarded the Order of Suvorov in the second degree. In June 1944, the tank brigade of Azerbaijani Major General Hazi Aslanov crossed the Berezina River and liberated the city of Pleshin. Hazi Aslanov was nominated for the title of Hero of the Soviet Union by the second time. On 2nd of May, Azerbaijanis hoisted the victory banner on the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin. Azerbaijani Yusuf Sadikov was awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union for the capture of the Reichstag. Azerbaijanis also actively fought in the Partisan movement and in the ranks of the resistance movement. A partisan detachment operated in Smolensk under the leadership of Ismail Aliyev. Under the leadership of Mamad Aliyev, 50 Azerbaijanis having escaped from a concentration camp created a partisan detachment in Crimea in 1943. In Ukraine, 400 Azerbaijanis created a partisan detachment. They fought against German occupation in Ukraine, Czechoslovakia and Hungary. A native of the village of Lakhij in Ismaili district of Azerbaijan, Alekbar Aliyev, call sign Uncle Kolya, led a partisan unit in the city of Borisovo in Belarus. In 1944, he was appointed commander of the Suvorov partisan detachment. Hadig Yazbayov and Mirzakan Mammadov created an underground organization in one of the death camps in Poland in the spring of 1942. A partisan detachment operated in France under the leadership of Ahmadiyya Jabrailov. He operated under the name Hargo and armed Michael. Subsequently, Jabrailov will receive the highest military award in France, which gave the soldier the right to go ahead of the generals in parades. One of the legendary heroes of the resistance movement is Azerbaijani Mehdi Hussein-Zada, who led a reconnaissance and sabotage group as part of the Yugoslav army. A group of partisans, led by him, freed 700 prisoners of war from captivity and destroyed over 1,000 enemy soldiers. In 1944, in an unequal battle with Germans, he destroyed a lot of enemy personnel and fired the last bullet into his chest, having already been surrounded. In 1957, Hussein-Zade was posthumously awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union. In total, 121 Azerbaijanis were awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union during the Second World War. During the war, Azerbaijan gave the front 75 million tons of oil and 22 million tons of gasoline. During the war, Baku provided the front with 75% of the country's oil and about 90% of the country's gasoline. In Baku, Katyusha rockets and Shakin machine guns were manufactured and Yak-3 fighters were assembled. In total, 130 types of weapons and ammunition were produced in Baku. During the Second World War, Azerbaijani peasants handed over 500,000 tons of cotton and other strategic types of raw materials in the front. Thousands of people were awarded orders and medals for their valiant and selfless work. The Azerbaijani people have every right to be proud of how their glorious sons and daughters took part in World War II.